Well, it is that time. We have been preparing for this. It has been a long but happy road. Finally, a Wrestlemania we're excited about. I have two esteemed guests with us this week. Evan's on his press pass journeys into the world.
Ugh.
That guy down there. But
good for you, Evan.
We got two great Spandex stand-ups to take his place this week.
Brother.
We got the CP. I love that. I love that you cut that promo. I was watching it today. He cut a promo for a video we shot last week. It's fantastic. Can't wait for y'all to see it. It's Corey Perry. How you doing, man?
CP, Corey Perry. Hey.
What's
Happy
up,
to
man?
be here, man.
Of course.
I've been wanting to do this with you guys for a while, and now's a good time as any.
What a great time.
Yes.
And we also have the fantastic, also hilarious Tara Brown. Big fan. Big fan.
Hello, thank you. I'm so glad to be here. I'm
Of
so
course,
excited
fellow
about
North
WrestleMania.
Carolinian.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here and talk all things wrestling. Let's do it.
It's WrestleMania.
It's
Are y'all as
so-
hyped as WrestleMania as I am?
Yes.
Can I tell you, I don't recall being as hyped and ready for WrestleMania as I am for this one. Like, counting it
Yes.
down.
I would tend to agree, but I feel like this is probably the craziest road
Yeah.
to WrestleMania. With
Mainstream involved.
mainstream, this is like the biggest WrestleMania by far. Nobody's. Usually a lot of us are usually kicking and screaming.
Yeah, like, well, we know what's going to happen.
Yeah, but nah, this
And,
is-
and don't you feel like we kind of, what I'm loving about this so much is I think we think what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But the WWE will put some swerves on us that we will
Yes.
not see coming.
Yes.
And
I don't- yeah,
you
I
know
don't-
they're going to throw every swerve they got at us.
And
this week.
I'm ready for it. But I don't
go.
know about you guys, but have you
Swerve.
noticed what I'm loving so much right now are all the various conspiracy theories.
Yes.
I follow so many different wrestling fan accounts.
Yeah.
And every day there's a new one. Okay, y'all, hear me out. What if Cody doesn't win and blah, blah, blah. That I am loving that so much. So I'm excited to see how this all turns out this week.
Yes, well, I can't wait to get to that and ask y'all that question of what happens if Cody doesn't win. So, real quick, got some news up top in the wrestling world. The festivities are already kicking off in
Yeah.
Philadelphia. Omos and Otis had a pizza and Philly
saw that.
cheesesteak
I
eating
saw that.
contest.
I love
With
that.
Big E is the host.
Big E.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Tozawa. I saw Tozawa's on.
Did he win? Please tell me he came out of nowhere and won it.
I love that Tozawa. Talk about a guy who's like, this is my role. I'm comfortable with it. Let's just
Make
play
the
this
most
out.
of it.
I
His
love it.
dance, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
It's nasty. It's nasty.
The Bray Wyatt doc is live. Can't wait to watch
Yeah.
that. How do y'all feel? Spoilers. Sorry, not to spoil the documentary itself, but they said they did leave the door open for a Bo Dallas return at the end.
Nice.
Good.
Nice.
Good. I would think we want that. Bo Dallas has always been super talented.
Bo
Big
Lee.
believer. I don't think he ever got a fair shake.
No.
So. And he's still young, early 30s. Just now wrestlers are just, physically or mentally hitting their prime, and it's the right time for him to come back. So.
I love him. I love that gimmick of where he thought he was a face, but he's really a heel.
Yeah,
in NXT. It was
yeah.
so good. Biggest domestic gate at Raw in Brooklyn.
Well, in
I
Brooklyn,
saw the shout out. There you go.
That's where I'm from. Of course, Brooklyn showed up because that's what we do.
It felt electric in there too. It felt like the
That
Raw
was
before
insane.
WrestleMania.
Yes, it's just I was so proud. I was so proud. Of that.
Brooklyn, did you good?
Stand up, Brooklyn.
They're setting the stage for quite a few big celebrities too. Lil Wayne's gonna release his new single.
I was out of nowhere.
Meek Mill.
I was like, wait, what?
You're like, I couldn't understand. Like Meek Mill, I get because he's a Philly guy, but
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right.
I think Triple H is just a Lil Wayne fan
Yeah.
because
Oh,
Lil
is
Wayne's
he?
been intertwined in some stuff before. I
Okay.
think Triple H was like, we can get Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Lil Wayne, that'd be
And,
okay.
and apparently he's releasing a single or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe before.
Yeah.
I think it seems like it's at the table for him to intro Jay Uso.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I think-
Okay,
I
that
think
makes
that's,
sense.
that's a good look for Jay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I love that.
Yeah.
That's
Can someone please explain to me what yeet means? I'm still trying to get someone to explain to me what in the world it means. I just feel like I'm happy for Jay. I adore him, but what in the world does yeet mean?
I don't think yeet means nothing, right?
I think that's
If I
the
remember-
best thing is it
right?
means nothing and everything
mean
is the same
nothing,
Isn't
thing.
it like Seinfeld, a show about nothing,
Yeah.
a word about
Right.
nothing?
Right, because it was just a way for, like, Right, well, I think Jimmy started saying it.
Yeah.
When Sammy was in the bloodline, and then whenever they were talking with Heyman, and they were like yeet, and that would be.
I think it's like an exclamation point.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
All
and then so we just kept,
Like I think someone
over.
explained it as what was that the song that came out not that part.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah,
That like when someone's talking, you're just like
that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm educated.
Yeah.
WWE Next Gen, an 8-episode docu-series on the Roku channel.
I'm looking forward to that.
You get a Roku now.
I think it's free.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think
got a smart TV.
if Smart TV, you can get the Roku channel.
I got a dumb TV.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that's fair. All
I was
right.
kind of
So-
curious about why Roku though. That was interesting.
I think they're just trying to cover all platforms.
Money.
They're like, we got cable, we got Netflix
Money.
coming. Why not?
All right. I was like, okay, I gotta find it again.
Because they're randomly on the A&E app. Like I've watched all those biographies on there.
Yeah.
So I think they're just trying to be a little bit everywhere.
Yeah, because they know, like you said, when the Netflix thing happens, it's gonna cut out a lot of folks.
Yeah.
And then my Netflix subscription is getting ready to go out.
I don't
yeah.
have Netflix. I'm waiting to get it when it
man.
comes back.
You better get it now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
They still gonna raise it.
Yeah, I'm the Netflix mule of my family, so I gotta make sure that my account.
We have YouTube TV.
Yeah.
We trade YouTube TV for Hulu and HBO and all those.
Y'all may not say that publicly.
I mean, we pay for all of them.
Exactly. We do not share passwords.
I pay for mine, and Netflix makes sure that every time someone gets a password, I gotta check it. So, hey, who's this?
Well, no, that's the reason I don't have Netflix is because we finally got kicked out.
Oh wow. Okay.
Netflix is like, nah.
Yeah, you don't
This is
pay
what
extra.
happens when you're an only child. You don't have to share anything. Right?
I got boomer for parents, so they don't.
Rumor is Ilya Dragunov is in line for a big push similar to Gunther's when he gets called up.
Interesting.
I like the Gunther push right now.
I do too.
I gotta tell you, no disrespect to Sami Zayn, I'm a little disappointed in this match.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping
we
for like
jumping the gun?
Evan is a little shy about Sammy as well. So that's funny you bring
I like
that up.
Sammy. I don't like what they're doing.
We'll get into
with
it though.
him.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, I don't
That's
like
fair.
I don't like what they're doing with him
That's
and his
fair.
whole like. And on Raw yesterday, we did a piece of the Rocky 3 speech. Like, I can't. Why? I don't believe in myself. I
Yeah,
was like,
they are
really?
gonna. I am worried they're gonna lean heavy on Rocky,
Stallone's gonna
Philadelphia.
Now, here's what you need to
Stallone's gonna
understand.
show
I'm a
up.
Rocky fanatic, so I'm here for all things.
Okay,
Rocky.
you're good if they overdo it.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay.
First of all, if Sylvester Stallone shows up Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to lose my mind.
He is. I think he is.
And now that you said
He
that,
has to.
He has to show
Yeah.
up. But my thing is, like, to see, like, Sammy was in the bloodline and all this stuff, and, like, this version of him, I don't love. And so when they're like him and Gunther, I kind of wanted to see Gunther match up with someone who was more,
Well,
in his weight class.
Well, I think it was Brock Lesnar, and they had to.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
But Ilya Dragunov should be a good look.
I kind of want him to join Gunther. Be an Imperial.
I think that may be the move, just to cross the wedge, and then you really want to push Kaiser. They really want to push, randomly. A few months ago, they put like a random package on him.
Yeah.
So about being pretty much taking Vince's gimmick in NXT.
Yeah.
So
I like Vinci better though.
Yeah. Oh, he can go.
Yeah,
He
dude,
can
my
go.
man
He
is
can go.
the in ring. Like I know Gunther's in ring general. Like Vinci can go
Like
though.
an assassin. He's good.
He got me back into. We'll get into it in a second.
But
We
with
love
Dragunov, man. He just hits.
main
He
event.
hits so hard. There's
Yes.
no way.
Well, that's the thing. The way to go is put him with Gunther, and we eventually get that feud,
Yeah.
which I'm here
be
for
great.
that. Yeah. Matt Cardona versus Edge in AEW. How you feel about the
Cope Open?
the former Major brother?
I'm nervous for Edge.
I was surprised. I was okay. Go. You
No, I
nervous?
don't like to see him wrestle. Like, I just every time he's in a ring anywhere, I'm just afraid he's gonna break something. So I'm not.
Corey's like, break it, snapping it out.
It's sad.
Yeah.
But
He made his decisions.
I remember day after WrestleMania 27, how bummed out we all Kobe were when he had to retire.
Very much so.
So if he has the second lease, who am I to tell this man don't go ball so long? Now, he is showing out.
He
is
is.
doing, but
That match with Christian.
I quit match and just like hitting Justice nuts with a spike bat, man. That's straight out Wu-Tang, man. That's crazy, bro.
Put his nuts on the dresser.
Justice nuts.
Just his nuts on the dresser. Oh man. Cody signs a new deal. to
saw that.
WWE for a hot minute, so that's good.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. No, well, let's just hope AEW lasts.
I hope MJF comes over.
He will.
Yeah.
I think.
Because there's still a little bit of me. We're talking about WrestleMania swerves. There's a little bit of me that hopes MJF shows up on.
I think there are going to be so many surprises that we're not going to see coming.
That's fair.
I think Triple H is planning a fantastic show.
Yeah, I'm hyped.
Yeah.
This has become one of my favorite segments of the episode. It is the main event results. Because we care about the main event here.
Who was the main event this week?
WrestleMania, the main event leading up to WrestleMania, we had a Jinder Mahal sighting. He defeated Akira Tozawa.
Okay.
Aww.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were just talking about Akira, but that's the best thing is Akira's like R-Truth. My man can lose and lose and lose, and we don't care.
Okay, R-Truth has grown on me.
I love R-Truth.
I was so...
I got to smoke
as a person of color, I was annoyed with R-Truth.
I got to smoke a cigarette with R-Truth outside of the Armory in 2003.
Did you really?
In Hickory, North Carolina.
Okay. He's grown on me because I just was like, why does this dude need to be so buffoonish? But now it's funny to me, and I'm here for it.
I think it's been hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, I've been out and in on Truth.
Yeah.
For it comes in waves. You know, whenever he does like one of those spots where he forgets what match he's in.
I love that. I love when he's like, was that on me? My bad.
Oh,
that was my favorite.
That's really funny.
Right,
yeah.
You know, like
is that on me?
When he went to the Rumble and pulled out a ladder.
Yeah, that's not a ladder match.
Yeah, I love that. I love what it's called DIY DX.
Yeah. So right now, like I think R-Truth missing, you know, we tore his quad last year and like randomly on NXT. And then just like
poor guy does one match in NXT.
You know, and then you realize he left a void.
He did.
Yeah, huge void. You didn't realize
comic value went.
How much you missed R-Truth until you missed him. And then we pop back up. It was like, oh, here we go.
Well, thank goodness.
And then you put it right with the Judgment Day. That that gets them more over.
Yeah.
And you know,
but that whole thing about when he was or it was not the Judgment Day was hilarious. And I'm just like,
it made us care about Judgment Day when they were dipping quite a bit.
I can't stand Judgment Day. I'm ready for this to break up.
I'm so glad that you are the perfect person to take Evan's spot when he's not here because you are citing his values and core beliefs right now.
I can't stand Judgment. I wanted it to be over. The only person I love, obviously, is Rhea. Yeah. But you know what I have to give Dominic credit for? You know, he has really done a great job. They did a great job with Dominic, getting him away from his dad, letting him be his own thing. And the fact that he's leaned into the way they boo him every time is hilarious. Yeah. And I think he does a great job.
He got booed at his own wedding.
Yeah, I heard about that. But didn't Damian Priest lead the charge on that? That was funny. Yeah. So I'm ready for this faction to kind of break up a little bit.
But they had that built in when he first got the Money in the Bank. Finn could have been the champion. That.
Okay, can we talk about that for a second? How long do you get to keep the case?
1 year.
July. It's coming up in July.
I am so over that. And then the thing, what I don't
so they got to make moves.
That's what you really want.
You kind of want the clock ticking.
Because you want if he waits any longer, that could be the story. That's what I'm thinking.
My whole thing too. How come when he makes the attempts and he doesn't succeed, shouldn't you lose it?
You got to officially hand it to the ref, and the bell has to ring.
But
because he always stops. The ref's always like, and then something happens.
Okay, because I was like, didn't he ring the bell?
Old school, like WWE loves that tactic. Cash in, but don't cash in.
I'm just ready for this to be over, and I feel like, don't you think that this is coming? Because they're teasing something with this whole thing too. Like, we're not communicating.
I love because I don't know who's Dominic gonna go with. Because like Legato's hanging around, Andrade's hanging around. Like I'm loving the layers to this.
You know what?
I agree.
It may be a good idea to move Dom over to Legato.
I agree with
Legato need that heat.
Let him slowly take over Legato, and then him and Santos can feud.
Yeah.
That would be great. I wouldn't mind saying. So to me, that would be great if they start breaking up. You start seeing the cracks in this faction. Because I'm kind of over it at this point.
We had a great theory that we kind of wish that Rhea would lose her belt to Becky, but it would be Priest's fault. So Priest would have to give her the case to make up for it.
Ooh, I like that.
A little loophole there.
You're probably going to get to this, but that's the thing about Becky too. I'm kind of over her, I'm wondering. I feel like they're going to. have Rhea retain because she's so hot and so over right now.
A little bit of me thinks Becky and Seth are going to disappear for a little bit after this, so that could be something to that.
Okay.
Oh, and then the other main event results: Chelsea Green defeated Natalya, and they've kind of had a running feud on main event in the last couple of years. Natalya's got one on her. She beat Natalya's partner. If her and Tegan Knox are still together, I don't even know if they're still together. So it was those three just battling it out for a while. Shayna jumped in there for a little bit and beat up everybody.
I love Shayna.
Cool.
Chelsea Green.
I love Chelsea Green. She's getting her due. She's on fire.
I love Chelsea Green.
She's snake bit this whole time. And it's good to, hey.
I loved her bride left at the altar character in TNA.
Yeah, man. It was a hot mess.
Yes. NXT Stand and Deliver, just part of the action-packed weekend that WWE's got us. We got Trick versus Mello. We're talking about they can feud for forever.
When does that happen?
Saturday at noon.
Whoop that Trick.
Or 11 here, I guess. Central.
We're whoop that Trick house.
I was talking about it. I think Trick's going to a star.
Yeah.
And isn't he from? No, I saw a vignette from him.
I think it's when he started pro wrestling training.
Is he Philly?
Philly,
yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to take out Carmelo. Carmelo's coming to the main roster. Trick will run NXT for a little bit, I feel like. I don't know.
I saw a good package with him, and I was like, okay.
I love D'Angelo, the Don. Ilya versus D'Angelo.
I feel like the Don could
he's building the family.
Building the family. He can steal it.
Yeah.
And then go back to being heel mob.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's too many faces that are challengers coming up.
Also, I want to see what kind of match he'll have with Dragunov. Dragunov is Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
I don't think Tony D's gotten that dirty.
Yeah, well,
he's gotten that dirty.
He's got to bring the crowbar out, man.
Yeah, I want him to see him rip that wife beater. his t-shirt off. A-shirt.
A tank top. Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez. I'm loving heel Roxanne. Not a fan?
That may be a good thing.
Yeah.
That may be a good thing.
Maybe she's good at it. You're like, I
don't know, because her heel turns have been for a while. And
I just love that Booker tries so hard not to show just how proud he is of her. It's one of Booker's,
he's training her, right?
one of his former students. You could just tell he's like, she's doing her best. And then we got Oba Femi versus Briggs versus Dijak. As Big E would say, just big men slapping meat.
There'll be a
meaty men, meat.
This could be a meat chat hole. Just every time, right? Meat.
Oba Femi looking good, dude. For as young, new to wrestling as he is.
I was blown away.
I think he's what they wished Omos was going to be.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Poor Omos. They said they're just going to use him as a special thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. You want to keep him. Have him come do house shows, and then you get ready, just do on the way back in the day, get ready on the road, and then when it's time called,
he's still gonna be the muscle for somebody. Someone breaking out on their own, put him with Omos. I oddly liked him and AJ together.
Yeah, that was great.
No, that was fun.
It reminded me of Shawn and Diesel back in the day.
I liked him and AJ together. What's the name I could not stand was MVP. So I was just and I know why he needed MVP.
Yeah, that only worked if there was more people in the group. Yeah. I feel like, you know what I mean? I loved Hurt Business.
I did too.
And I hated they didn't get their time to shine.
Old man ruined it. Old man ruined he
ruined everything. Somebody's gone.
Sorry. Won't bring up old man no more.
Well, let's get into the thick of things. The reason why we're here, WrestleMania 40.
Yes.
They released the night cards. So kicking off, very first match, we are going to see Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Kicking off first night.
This is, like I said, I just don't see them taking the belt off of Rhea because I think she's over, but I think even though she's over, I feel like she needs the belt. I don't think Becky needs the belt, and I don't know. The Becky thing is getting old with me at this point.
The only way I'm okay with them taking the belt off Rhea for Becky is if A, Becky's a transition champ to someone, and B, it causes more dissension in Judgment Day.
I can get with that.
Yeah. For me, this match is a bit of a push. So I can re-see going out of the way. If you look at the last year Becky Lynch has had, it's not been bad.
No.
You know.
I loved her in NXT. She did down to NXT.
Run, You know,
her and Lyra had history together.
Yeah, you know, the matches with Trish when
that was fun.
When they finally got to pull the trigger on those were really good. And when it comes to Rhea Ripley, I can't think of any. You know, this as long as she's been champion a year at this point, like a full calendar year, and I can't think of any like stand out matches. You know,
all of her highlights have been backstage segments.
Like, you know, Backlash, she beat Zelina Vega, you know, Night Champion, she squashed.
That was more Zelina's night because it was in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, right. You know, I think he had Liv Morgan, or like, you know, like the random Zoe Stark match at the Rumble. That was pretty good, but like, you know, she's kind of just been like holding this thing, right? And like, and sure, you know, having that title as the thing that keeps Judgment Day, relevant,
right? Because it is kind of on her shoulders. Well, the tag titles, which I don't think they're coming out with the tag titles.
Nah.
But I just feel like, you know, the SmackDown feels more loaded with. The women.
Which is funny because when coming out of the draft on paper, Raw looked like it had all the ladies, but SmackDown gets way more of the focus.
So I'm with you. I don't know who she faces. Like,
we don't even know who goes from here.
Right.
So
well, that's what I was hoping is they were going to add Nia and Liv into this. Because when they were laying those seeds, this storyline was way more interesting.
And shout out to Nia, because she really has done a good job in her role. I know they said she hurts people.
She hadn't hurt anyone in a little while, okay? I wonder if they got a sign backstage like, days since Nia hurts.
Exactly. And then, you know, I can't quite figure out what they're trying to do with Liv.
I think they're trying to make us think of her as an underdog again, but we're like, that's past.
We did that.
Yeah.
Really, Liv Morgan's story is Rhea Ripley.
Yeah.
You know, like the betrayal before entering the Judgment Day, that was all at Liv's expense.
She put her out on the shelf.
Shoulder injury last summer was also at, you know, Liv's expense, but, you know, for Rhea's doing, storyline wise, you know, it just at least I think it was, you know.
I think so.
It's not believable. Like, she's scrappy and whatever, but, like, you just don't believe that she can do this or she can beat it.
Right.
And so that's the thing that's hard. Like, even though I knew there was no way Nia was going to beat Rhea in Australia. Like,
yeah.
I mean, but...
Which is weird. I didn't know she was from Australia.
Huh?
I didn't know Nia's also from Australia.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
so I was
exactly
like,
right.
What? Is she real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
But it was at least on paper, it's like, this is a good matchup.
Yeah.
I just don't get that with Liv.
No. They followed that up with the 6-pack tag match.
Yes.
Which there's rumblings
That looks fun.
They're going to have a surprise tag team entrant, which
who do we
the
think
big
that
one
is?
they're throwing around is the Hardy Boys.
Oh, gosh, really?
Dude.
I don't want that.
I don't want that
at all.
either.
They're too broken. They don't need
Is
especially a
Jasmine
ladder
okay?
match. Come on. If anything, you know who I wish could still go in the ring and probably could go way better than the Hardy Boys?
Oh.
Throw the Dudleys in
I
there.
was going to say that would be fun. The Dudleys would be
Because Bully
fun.
Ray can still go.
That would be-
Devon's like, I don't want to go anymore.
That would be fun.
He had neck fusion surgery.
Yeah, I think Devon's all about watching his sons. His sons are a tag team
Sons
now.
are bad.
Are they in Ring of
Who are
Honor?
his sons?
Where
are they? In NXT or AEW?
They're in the Indies somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They were in AEW for a hot sec. I know during the pandemic they were all over.
Yeah.
That's what you gotta love too about wrestling.
Well, there's a lot of this.
Yeah.
There's a lot in this next generation that are from the 3D Wrestling
I love
Academy.
that.
So they're building the next
Can I
generation.
say this for a second? When Braun Breaker, because I hadn't watched him in NXT,
Braun Breaker.
and they had that dude on SmackDown, I was like, holy smokes, he's big and he's fast.
He just reminds you of those Steiner Brother days.
Yes.
Man. I love it. You
Yes.
know, like because I've been rewatching old. I went back to the day Scott Hall walked out to WCW and started the NWO.
Yeah.
So I started it there. So I'm just rewatching old WCW and watching Big Papa Pump's transition from Scott Steiner to Big Papa Pump is so good.
So I remember he starts wearing the white singlet and he does different color boots. Then he cuts his hair.
Yep, and then he gets the leather singlet.
leather
then you're
singlet.
like, then he does the Two-Face singlet.
Yeah.
And his brother's trying to keep up, and he's like, I don't know what we're
What's
doing.
going on?
Yeah, poor guy had to take one for the team. But I think so. Michael Cole kept saying at Raw, the ladder match goes until both sets of tag title. Like, he kept wording it to make it seem like they're going to use this to split the tag titles again.
Oh, okay.
I
can
love
see
that.
I can see that.
Who would be your two teams that you would want?
The walking out of it. I think for SmackDown, I wouldn't mind seeing New Catch Republic.
I would love that.
Yeah, I think
give those guys something to do.
Push. I like
And and Pete Dunne started producing.
Yeah.
Oh, is he really?
He's been putting back. He's been doing shows. He's been putting matches
the
together.
new speed matches. The WWE Speed that's coming out.
Oh, I love that.
I think what's that? Next week?
Yeah.
Or this week on X. 3-minute matches. I want to see how that works, right? Because I've seen no 3-minute matches in my life.
I wonder if that's why they went with Pete Dunne. They were like, we need a fresh producer for this.
Take on it, some guy who's still and
he's a great technical wrestler.
Remind me of the teams who are in there.
So we got Judgment Day,
Right.
Awesome Truth,
Right.
which I would love for them to get the Raw tag
That would be
titles.
funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Catch Republic, New Day, Theory and Waller.
Oh gosh,
And
they're just comic relief.
And I feel like they might give it to these guys DIY.
Let's see DIY getting the Raw titles when we
I can see that. I can
DIY
see
and Catch Republic.
Yeah. I
can
mean,
see that.
two babyface tag teams, but
it's a babyface loaded.
the whole match is babyface.
I can
So
agree
like
with
it's only
that.
what two.
Especially if they put a surprise entrance in,
Yeah.
a big pop.
Yeah.
So the surprise is going to be faces.
Yeah. So so we see tag teams are very babyface.
Yeah.
That could be a problem.
Yeah.
That could be a problem.
I love them. And it's so funny. My mom is like, how are they not gay? But I love
Pretty Deadly.
Pretty Deadly, yeah. Yes, boy.
Yes, boy.
Yes,
The
boy.
androgynous thing is hilarious. Like,
I love them.
I'm
So
like,
I
why
want them
are
and
you
Catch
wearing
Republic to
gloves?
feud forever.
That'll be funny.
European metrosexuals always,
Yeah.
Entertaining.
Always have a place in wrestling.
Always.
They were called the Heavenly Bodies back in the day.
Right. Oh my God. I just have flashbacks at the Gigolo. Jimmy Del Rey doing his thing. Oh man. I remember Rest in Peace, Jimmy Del Rey.
What a great wrestling name.
Right, with curly mullet. That
Yes,
was
man.
And
I've been going back and watching Raw from the first episode
Yeah.
too. Just background noise throughout the day, and man,
They have
those
a great
gimmicks.
bulk of really good content. Because
Yes.
sometimes I'll do that. Like, I want to watch something, and I'll just go back and watch some old matches, and it's really.
My nephew got into the Undertaker, so I got to show him a bunch of old Undertaker matches.
You know what
It
I
was
feel
great.
like WWE needs? They need a show full of promos. Because some of these promos they do, especially the stuff with Roman and John Cena, and Roman and Drew McIntyre, like all
Just
of
the
this
evolution
stuff.
of Roman's promos.
Exactly. I would love to see.
We used to wait for his promo to laugh at him.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
would skip through it. I mean, it was during the skippable time of Raw.
Yes.
So give me the ooh-ah and the spirit, dog. That's all. That's all I wanted from it.
Coming off of the tag match, we get Ray and Dragon Lee versus Dominic and Santos Escobar.
Alex, give me a match I don't care about for 200.
Why didn't they just pull the trigger on Ray versus Dominic here? I mean, I guess getting more people involved,
No.
Dragon Lee, I don't know.
See, this LWO Legado del Fantasma whole feud has just been feels very rushed.
Yes.
The fact that Ray's been out.
Has not
He's
been
just
able to breathe.
Just been able to.
They've just been brawling for no reason.
Brawling, and not really coming to a head or anything, and and having to reinsert Dominic in it to give this thing heat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really a conductor for his heat. And, and I can see. You don't lose your dad twice 2 years in a row. You slap your damn daddy.
He's got to pull the belt out, the whole shebang. You know what I mean? Here's
Also, can I tell you what disturbs me? Carlito spitting apples in people's faces in 2024.
yeah, right. Like
Stop doing that.
did we not learn our lesson?
Exactly.
Did we not learn
Can we
anything?
can we not do
So
that?
I heard. I mean, an interesting take is Carlito turning heel on this.
That would be good.
I want to take it a step further, and I want the monster Latino heels. I want a
that'd be
faction. I want them to get rid of all their side people,
Yeah.
and I want Santos, Andrade, Dominic, and Carlito just
I can get
running
with that.
things on SmackDown.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would actually be fun.
Have him wearing the suits.
Yeah.
You know, like a little bit incorporables.
Yeah, this Gobernables.
Yeah.
So no more Angel Garza, another one. I can never remember. the other one.
Humberto, you really want those two. You really want those two though.
Yeah.
Those are real. Like those guys are the ones that really can go.
Yeah, I just poured Humberto. He's just Berto now.
Yeah.
Call him Birdie.
But you know what, Drew? I can get with that. And you're right. I can see getting
Like
rid of,
wearing the
those-
suits,
yeah,
you know,
that
like
would be fun.
just some killers, you know. Like I love in the Triple H era, we get monster heels again.
Yeah.
And not just the cheat to get by heels. You know, like I feel like some of those dark ages on Raw and SmackDown, it was just a cheat to win heels,
Just fit, and, you know,
and not even in the fun Eddie Guerrero way.
Shout out
you know?
to Eddie Guerrero.
Right, but once he did it, no one could imitate
he
it.
was
you
so
know?
fun to watch.
I loved when he would hit the chair and throw it.
And then laugh.
One
was
time
the best.
I remember we got caught in Rey Mysterio one time. He goes, and he poked his head up.
And the ref was like,
He was like, I got you.
my man, like never before had seen a wrestler that could be comedic, but also just straight up put on a wrestling match.
Yes.
Because that was along the day where you had either or. You were either a comedic wrestler or you were a legit wrestler. And he
was
just
so
was
good.
able to do
Do
both
it.
in the same match in the
Same
same second. After that match, we get brother versus brother, Jimmy versus Jamie.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
I think that's
too.
going to be good. I think I'm calling Rikishi's coming out. Rikishi's coming out for that one.
I would love for him to be the guest referee.
I know you eat that. I
Yeah.
know you eat
No,
that.
you,
I
no,
know
you,
you eat that. I usually eat things, right? I know you eat.
yeah, that's fair. You don't want to see the ref stink face anymore?
Don't wanna. If you
Speaking of
ain't,
which, did y'all see the clip of Rhea
Yes.
facing Naya?
Did you see the next night where Shayna laid in the corner and was like,
Oh, did she really? I love that.
yeah.
So funny.
She's like, stink face, come on.
Yeah, Rikishi's coming. That's
Yeah.
my prediction.
I like that. I want to see how they are able to have all of these bloodline versus good guy matches and
Yeah.
not have them all bleed into each other. So,
So, well, who do we think? I'm thinking Jay's going to come out on top.
yeah,
of
that makes
that.
most. If we're talking business sense, you know.
Yeah.
well, I think I mean to be honest with you, I was hoping that Jay was going to be the one that took the belt off Gunter. Like I understand why they got to do brother versus brother.
Yeah.
But I think
we won this.
a Yeet Intercontinental
Since
Championship.
Maybe
Since
that's
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. Yeah.
there you
Once
go.
we won this SummerSlam, we've been, we've been waiting on this match for, since. All right, I want to talk about the storyline for a second too. I want to go back to this whole trail. All right,
Because I loved because this is dipping back to day one with the
it
bloodline.
doesn't make any sense to me why Jimmy is out here, poisoning the well. And not letting his brother shine, right? I get he's 3 minutes older than the man. I get it.
I'm the older brother.
That's what he's doing.
Just trying to older
First
brother
off,
him right now.
He kicked this whole thing off. Who kicked over first? Jimmy.
Yes.
All right. And all the reason Jay stepped in was to defend Jimmy. Then the tag match happens, right? Jay beats Roman. Cool. Set up tribal combat. And I remember SmackDown, like that 45-minute segment on SmackDown at the Garden. And the Bloodline, Roman and Solo put the beat down on the Usos. And then Jimmy does a stretch job, and we don't see it for 2 weeks. And he comes out, screws them tribal combat. And then the explanation was, I didn't want you to be like him.
Yeah, that didn't make sense.
But then he joined right back up with
And
him.
then he joined right back up with him.
Yeah.
So it's like, where's your look? Like, your character don't make any sense. Your actions were not congruent.
Right.
Now I can see if Jay kicked Roman first.
And then Jimmy's like, we're soldiers.
Yeah, we doing this, and then he gets pulled into it reluctantly. But no.
Yeah, the storytelling wasn't consistent.
No,
with that.
no.
I was secretly hoping because I'm all about the bloodline. I really am. I love.
I'm starting to feel like you're a bit of a Roman.
Listen. I am all about Roman. All about Roman. And I at one point was like, no, but Jay, but you got to come back. We need you back. But then when I saw how much he's so over, I'm like, Jay's not coming back to us. We lost Jay forever.
I mean, I just love that the internet immediately was like, he's going to AEW. He quit. He's going to do the indies. Like, I'm just like, come on, guys. Do y'all not see a storyline develop when like?
Well, some folks live in varying levels of kayfabe.
I know, and I wish I could go back to that level.
You know
I
what
wish I could go back to 13-year-old me and believe it a little bit. You know,
Folks who can spell out these crazy, nonsensical theories, right? They still live in kayfabe. You know, I do envy them. You know,
same.
yeah.
So you think? I think Jay gonna win it. I think Jay's destined for big things. The only way Jimmy wins, obviously, is by some dirty tactics.
Yeah.
Solo comes out.
I think this would be a good way if they're saving the big guns for the tag match and then Rock and Roman. This would be a good way for them to introduce some of those other Samoan characters that are coming.
Samoans coming.
Some Gorillas of Destiny, some Jacob Fatu. This could be a good one to show.
That's the name I've been hearing a lot is Jacob Fatu coming.
I'm just worried that WWE fans are going to know him.
They don't. They don't matter to them.
I love Jacob Fatu. I love Contra. I loved all that stuff in Major League Wrestling.
Really know Solo.
That's fair. See, that's the thing. No, I don't. This it's worked in their favor since we've seen Samoan wrestlers on TV. Mm-hmm. They're the perfect way. Like they have that built-in debut. Like it's a Samoan. He's helping another Samoan. Yeah, perfect. Well, I love that built-in storyline, like the family. The bloodline. Like all they have to do is be like, he's one of us.
Exactly.
Like, okay, cool.
Well, in the Roman documentary, and they talked a lot about like he had this whole plan, like for the whole family, and the thing
he's
with
getting them all paid.
Yeah, and he's like,
the Usos kept their job.
Yeah, and then, he did a really good job, like pushing.
They should have got fired so many years.
So many years ago.
Especially Jimmy, which
I think this is
alcohol in the car he didn't want to drive.
But how lucky is WWE that Jay is the one that's gotten in a little bit less trouble, and he's also the one that the fans are connecting to.
Exactly.
So they're like, yes, win-win for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
After the brother versus brother, we get Jade, Naomi, and Bianca versus Damage Control.
Yeah, black lady.
Heel turns coming for someone.
I guess we were talking about this off camera. I hope they swerve us and Bianca turns
I hope
on
so
them.
too now. I really do. I think it's just time. It's time for Bianca to turn.
I want to see heel Bianca.
Yeah.
I mean, she has been having a little attitude, and she's reluctantly gone this feud, right?
Like she can, it's built in. She can be like standing over Naomi, like I told you not to get involved.
Yeah.
But then Jade on SmackDown came out and gave a kind of borderline heelish promo. Yeah. But I do think it would be great to see.
She's that perfect anti-hero, though.
Yes. Here's what I'm gonna miss about this WrestleMania. For the past 2 WrestleManias, her entrances have been sick.
Yeah.
Like with the Divas of Compton last year, and
that was so good.
Marching Band the year before. Like it was black excellence on speed, and I feel like with this type of matches it doesn't lend itself to that. So
hopefully they still can come together and do like a joint intro. Like I know they're gonna go all out for Jade's entrance.
Yeah,
they're gonna go all out for that.
So I'm gonna miss the entrance, but
and Naomi's always got a good entrance too. So I don't know.
Yeah, so I see. Jade, Bianca, Naomi winning, but I agree with you. There's a heel turn coming, and it would be nice if it's Bianca. I think it's Jade, but I would love it if it is Bianca.
Yeah. I just think they're going to swerve on swerve on swerve.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a whole weekend full of
We might not even get a turn until the SmackDown after WrestleMania. Yeah. And then after that, we follow up Gunther versus Sammy.
That's where I'm going for snacks.
Okay.
I want to see how they do this because I want to see how Chad Gable's involved. Like I'm here for strictly the storyline.
The match is going to be a banger, though.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a banger because these two guys put out bangers.
Sammy's going a little bit back to his El Generico days too.
So he's gonna be super fiery, and it's gonna be like I feel like NXT. Sammy, is gonna rear his head with all the experience that he's had over the last decade.
Any chance he takes the belt?
Yes, there's always a chance.
Yeah,
I think there's always a chance. I feel like if now would be a good time to reset Gunther.
Okay.
Right. I think like as we know, what happens after.
Yeah.
Means so much, right?
Yes.
And
because you can lose a secondary belt and immediately go to the main event scene if they play it right.
Yeah, and play it right. Or I can see some of Chad Gable gets his nose in his business, right? And then screw Sammy, and then bam, we got Chad Sammy for 2 months. You know what I mean? And that could be good,
Great
bring
matches.
everybody else up, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe somewhere down the line, someone else comes, maybe Dragon will be the guy to take the title.
Well, I was going to say...
I think Brock's going to change his mind and come back. I think he's going to make some sort of appearance.
Okay.
I do. And because as you said, that was the original idea, right?
Yeah.
Brock versus Gunther. And I think...
You think they're still going to let Brock be on too? I think he's got to go away for a
And
while.
I think... we hear that music coming.
I would be okay with Imperium costing Gunther the belt.
That would be fun.
Like them being like, we're not taking this anymore.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
And then Gunther calls up Ilya to fight those guys.
That'd be good.
And then you can kill those guys. You kill them. You kill them. You kill them.
Yeah.
You kill them. Those two, kill them.
Yeah. Or they could have a way to elevate, but no, they're not going to feed Gunther and Ilya to those guys. And then we get the tag match of all tag matches: Roman Rock, Cody Seth.
Roman Rock.
It's perfect. It's a perfect match for The Rock.
It has to be because you have to have Bloodline rules on Sunday.
Well, I'm interested as to why they did Bloodline Raw.
Just to give us a taste.
Give a little.
You gotta give us, just give us a little wet our beaks. You know what I mean? And you don't really, and they really haven't finished the match either. It's essentially no contest. So
Yeah.
I was watching. I was like, this is uncomfortable. It was going on for a long time. I was like, this is uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
make this stop.
I think they were like, man, Rock didn't kill enough time up top.
Exactly. I'm like, this is a bit much.
They're like, well, they actually got to go for a
I
little bit.
agree with you. I think they gave us a taste of what's to come, but I think there's no way that they don't win because that's the only opportunity Rock is wrestling on the weekend. They're not going to let him lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he shows back up next night, but it's not a wrestling.
No.
And here's what I want to say to WWE. Shout out to them because there was no way to me that this was always the plan. I think they wanted to give us Rock and Roman at WrestleMania, and the fans were like, we are not having that.
And way to pivot way
They did a
sooner
great
than
job with that.
like they made us wait for Daniel Bryan almost to the point to where I didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
Like when they finally were like, all right, Daniel Bryan's gonna be there, I was like,
Finally.
you should have told us 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah, but I love that they pivoted and they're like, oh, sorry, our bad.
Yeah.
Let's go back to what
Vince
we
wouldn't have
were
pivoted.
looking for. Yeah.
Part of me thinks this was like pseudo the plan the whole time.
I
Okay.
do not believe that.
Right?
Okay.
Pseudo. Because one thing, butterfly effect is real. It's happened in many WrestleManias in the past. CM Punk does not tear his tricep. This whole card's different.
Right. You get CM, Seth.
Right,
Yeah.
Where does Drew fit in?
Right, I think originally in my mind, right, if CM Punk does not get hurt, he's fighting Seth.
Do you think CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble if he doesn't get hurt?
No,
you think they
Cody's
pivoted
always
that far? Okay.
Cody's always gonna win the Royal Rumble, right? But I think it was probably gonna be somebody else in the Gunther match, right? I think like it's supposed to be Chad in the Gunther match. Then actually it's gonna be Sammy and Drew singles match.
Okay.
Right.
They were
Right.
building towards that. And then they just abandoned that altogether.
Abandoned that
They almost
because-
used Shinsuke as kind of like a
As a bridge
break
to
up
it,
front.
Shinsuke. So first of all, I'm tired of reading subtitles on my television.
I'm hoping they're taking a step back.
I'm not trying to be rude. I can't.
Put your readers on.
No, I'm tired of reading that. I have them on. And I'm tired of reading. I'm tired of it.
I love Japanese Shinsuke. I think that's the only way he looks comfortable.
So that's
Yeah. So how do y'all see the tag match playing out? You see any interference? You
yes.
think the whole shebang comes out?
It's gotta come out. If Solo doesn't come out in the brother match, he's got to come out in this one in the ring interference, or do both.
I hope we
right?
get Tomatonga.
Right, they debut. Well,
Because the Rock's more Haku's more Rock's family. So I think Gorillas of Destiny show up to help Rock, and Roman's like, you got your own bloodline?
Ah, nice.
That's that type of thing.
Yeah, that tension definitely still brews in the tag match. But there's no way they don't win.
They seem united though. They seem very.
Yeah, they do.
Much of the time in this road, they seem to add.
He stopped doing the. He
He
stopped.
about that conspiracy.
He finally stopped. I think Rock was like, "Damn, making it too blatant."
Do we think that he did that intentionally, or that he didn't realize he did it? But
who knows if he's got an old a football injury to where like those fingers won't move together?
Yeah, because I was like, the internet went crazy. Like,
well, have you seen he stopped doing it altogether?
He did.
Yeah.
So,
and then also the distance it was between them when they threw up the ones too.
Yeah.
That was also a big part of that theory.
Yeah. So I don't know. They abandoned the hints. So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the whole mystique of this WrestleMania 40 is I don't know what could happen.
That's so
Here's the thing. This match is gonna probably be a good old fashioned walking brawl. It's gonna be as the mixture of old school and new
Tour
school
of the stadium.
Gonna get right a little bit, I would say, because like if you watch any Rock matches ever, like any of the good ones, unless it's like Hogan, they're gonna go be outside the ring, and the Rock's gonna be just talking trash. He may get on commentary.
Talking trash and hitting him. Oh, I love when he puts on the headset.
It's gonna play the hits when they're up.
That empty arena match with Mick Foley.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was so good.
But the camera coming down is like, he hit it with the popcorn and he sold it. Wrestling's stupid. I love it.
Yes. So no way Cody and Seth pull this out, right?
No.
Okay.
No,
this is the only match I feel 100%
about. Also, you really got to set the stage for
Seth, Drew, too.
And they lose at raising stakes on Sunday so much more because Seth's health is going to be a driving factor.
Yeah.
And they're in his match, and then Cody's health, and also the bloodline rules. So,
I love that they continuation because opening night 2, Seth versus Drew.
Oh, that's the opening match?
Yep, we get to see Seth laying there basically into night 1, and then boom, his music hits night 2.
I really want Drew to win. I really do.
That vignette.
Yeah, that was so good. So good.
That's one of the best things they've put out, since some of the Wyatt stuff, to be honest with you.
I just feel like they owe that dude. They just owe him.
Yeah.
And I would love to see him get rewarded with the title. I really would. And then
he's doing his best promo work.
Yeah, and again, Seth and Becky, I'm kind of over them at this point.
I think they go away for a little bit. I think Seth needs to heal.
Yes.
I think Becky wants to spend time with the kid.
That makes sense.
So
that would be nice.
I think they go away for a little bit. In a good way. Come back at Survivor Series.
And wrestlers always say, they do what's best for business.
Don't want to tell you that. SummerSlam?
Survivor Series was taking like a Bret Hart vacation.
No, but I can see that.
They lost their smile, Corey.
The wrestlers always say you do what's best for business. And I'm like, you got a new crop of folks coming up and people who need to be pushed. So that would be great if they did that.
Yeah. I mean, but,
because they got to start thinking, like, they can't give us a great WrestleMania and then not have feuds set up for after this.
Yeah. I don't think here's my take on Seth Rollins right now. Everybody thinking he's like he's the background character in all these stories, but he's shining. He's a nice through line.
Yeah,
I think it's a through line. He's you know what I mean, like his participation, the landscape is not the way it is.
Yeah. That's why I kind of feel like they kind of like I want Drew to win so bad, but I don't want it to be at the expense of Seth. Because I do love his character. I love them. I love them playing his music. But
that part irritates me too. It's like, and they're gonna be singing my song.
That's because
the cheap pop thing is just like.
Well, that's because Seth is Roman's, so I mean, I get it. You can't be as big a Roman fan as you are and be okay with Seth.
Exactly. That's my guy.
I heard a Seth Rollins take Kevin Nash, and I was like, man, I understand what Seth Rollins' character is. Kevin Nash said that Seth Rollins is the macho man. If you look at
close for sure.
Close, sure, it's my best, but it's a bit over the top. But when it got serious, it got serious.
Yeah.
So I feel as if I don't know where I was going with that. I just wanted to say that.
No, I love that.
I miss the Macho Man.
He's this generation's Macho Man's my all-time favorite. I got a Macho Man tattoo. That's my guy.
What was it? I don't think it was Dark Side of the Ring, one of them, but then they did the thing on Macho Man, and they said that he got all his outfits from a guy who designed clothes for him.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah. I mean,
and I think
Macho Man in WCW, when he jumped to WCW, his outfits just
His
went to
pimp
that
game went to
next
another
level.
He had to cover up more too.
Like
so,
when he started matching the bandana with the
Yeah,
glasses with the lightning. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
One of my favorite Macho
It was
Man,
like perfect.
my Macho Man moments ever. I believe it was a WrestleMania. I can't remember which one when they did the kind of the rounds, and he came out and Elizabeth had a dress that matched his role for every round. That was just sick. And they just was it which one? Was it?
When we won
Oh, the tournament?
Yeah,
the
it was like
the
the
title?
tournament. He
Yeah.
had to wrestle
Him
like
and
three-
DiBiase in the finals, right?
Yeah, he had to wrestle like 3 or 4
I loved
different times.
Million Dollar Man's gimmick. But even back in the day, I was like, I hate this guy, but I think that's the point.
Rest in
And then
peace,
Virgil recently died. The guy who played Virgil recently died.
I didn't know that was a shot at Dusty Rhodes.
Was it
His
really?
real name's Virgil. So he
right.
was a rival promoter at the time, so they named him Virgil.
Wow.
As a shot
Okay.
at Dusty.
Oh, wow.
When he went to WCW, and they named him Vincent.
Oh, nice.
So, you know.
Yeah. Their wrestlers can be petty.
Yeah.
Did you know?
So petty.
Like there was a rumor going around that like right after Vincent or when Virgil passed, they folks found out he was 10 years older than he actually
Oh, wow.
he was this whole time.
So was he like,
He was like 40.
wow,
He's 40 during his like
his run?
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I loved him as in the NWO. I thought
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
great.
great.
He did nothing.
Yeah.
It was,
He did
and
nothing.
it was
He changed-
great.
He got, just bump guys. you know,
I just some guy would be rubbing his shoulders and he'd be like,
yeah.
Yeah.
and that's it. My man collected a paycheck. I don't even feel like he wrestled
a
that
bad
much in
gig.
WCW.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. He did not.
Following that up, match 2, we get Street Profits and Lashley versus Final Test.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
I love
I
this
love
combination.
AOP and Karrion Kross.
I do too. I think both factions are great. That's going to be a really good match.
I like
think that's the one that's
B-Fabs in the
gonna
fold
surprise
now, you know?
I don't.
Well, I mean, she can.
feels
Well, she
so
can keep the
unnecessary.
outside stuff, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
I think-
Scarlett's not going to be a factor now.
I don't even. I hate to say this. Look, I don't want to lose my woman card, but I'm just like I don't know that they need the women.
I
really
love
just
Scarlett.
don't
Scarlett
think
is
they-
gorgeous
I
to
think,
me.
Yeah,
I think
but-
Scarlett is important to Karrion Kross's entire presentation.
But to Karrion Kross, but now that he's a part of this, faction,
don't understand
it's really
Paul
so
Ellery.
necessary.
I don't
Exactly.
understand.
AOP?
I get that, but I don't like. I need him. Well, I just need him to cut a promo or something.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Just like standing out there and being like,
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, man.
And he's like, and Paul Ellery's in his 70s, I want to
Yeah.
say. It's
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So,
But I mean, if he's there, let him be the mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Let Karrion be the deranged guy in the background. Like my favorite Karrion Kross was when he was the White Rabbit in Lucha Underground.
oh, yeah, that's
Okay.
so fun.
He didn't talk.
Rabbit
It was
Travel.
Yeah, I really.
Shout out to Paul London, too.
I like this. I just feel like there are a lot of extraneous people that don't need to be there.
So many extra characters.
Yeah, and so I'm really looking forward to Bobby and the Street Profits pulling this one off.
I really hope
think so.
that they can. It can be
I don't think so.
organized
I
chaos.
don't think so.
I think they're gonna push AOP. Unfortunately,
You got this whole new group together, and you give them a chance to. You gotta make it look good though.
But I
You
always
know what I mean?
feel
And
like
it's a street fight too, so.
Yeah.
it's
oh, it
gonna
is.
be-
It
gonna
is a
come
street
with,
fight.
You know,
Everyone can look good with
Yeah.
even no matter who
that's
loses.
true.
Though, so that's
But I
good.
feel like when you have such a savage attack the week before, it almost feels like the person who got attacked then comes out.
That old school wrestling. Yeah,
so
yeah. That's why I'm worried. Like I'm wondering, like why they're making Roman and Rock always stand tall in all these.
Yeah, well, that's why you know.
The Rock-
So you think about the,
that's
the tag team.
that's in the Rock's contract. You can't lose. Fight.
Fair.
Yeah.
I will not lose in the parking lot.
You gonna lose a Vin Diesel in the movie?
I love that they both. I love that they both had in their contract that whenever they fought, they both had to equally look good.
Oh my gosh.
Egos, man. After that, we get. I'm excited about this match. LA Knight versus AJ
That's
Styles.
gonna be the one. I think that's the one that's gonna be the sleeper hit of the weekend.
Yeah.
I really
So,
do.
I hate this nonsense where everyone's like, LA Knight took a back seat because The Rock's back. Like,
No.
Like,
This guy
come on, man.
A year ago, the guy was just getting over.
Yeah.
Now we've seen 365 days later how it's got legs to it now.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
People still pop when they hear that LA Knight.
Right.
I love that they took this guy from that ridiculous. What was that character?
Max Dupree.
Max Dupree to this, and good for him. I think this one is gonna
Max
be.
of Male Models was.
Oh my gosh! And then what was it?
And Maxine's even shining as part of the Alpha
Yeah.
Academy.
Yeah.
I love this.
Love that.
That's why.
But I think this is the match of the weekend that's
Monster.
that's gonna take everyone by surprise.
Yeah.
I'm looking, and I'm pulling for AJ.
I want an old school TNA just beating the crap out of each other match, you know?
Yeah.
See, AJ Styles right now, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm loving Bitter.
Lone Wolf AJ style.
Wolf,
I love him.
You know what I mean?
Got the black
Like,
hood, the black jeans.
You know, just angry. You know what I mean?
Because this is the closest to Bullet Club AJ we've had.
Yeah.
We've had, yes.
And what I love about this is like you don't even need to change AJ's music. It's like that music even just sounds like
Just goes.
Yeah. I'm pulling for AJ. Who are you guys pulling for?
I think LA Knight.
Okay.
I think LA Knight.
I just want a good match. I'm good with either or. Because they're two of my favorite wrestlers.
I think no one loses in this match.
No.
Like, nobody,
Well,
Because I'm
really do that I think. Do you feel like they would do that, or what? WrestleMania is the time where you have to have clear winners.
I mean, like you.
Well, I think they're gonna push. I think they're gonna use this to push LA Knight.
Yeah.
But I think they're gonna do it in a way AJ still looks good because I think they got bigger things for both these guys after this.
See, if AJ wins, it's not clean.
Yeah.
LA wins clean. That's
Yeah.
and you can still keep it going. Beats the clean. AJ Styles can still be petty about it. You know,
Yeah.
You came to my house, dude. You know what I mean?
You came
You came
to
to my house, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Samoa Joe didn't even do that. You know what I
I
mean?
hate when they do those things. Like,
Oh, it's fun.
he comes to his house like when
I just didn't know what AJ's wife looked like. That was cool to see her on camera.
When Seth went to Edge's house, or when Dominic went to I just
See, that's the only thing is I like Diabolic Seth. So like I enjoy people singing his music, but like I love
Just
just
going around
evil
your
Seth.
house.
Yeah, I like
open your fridge, like, oh, you got busted right
He
here.
played it so well.
That was great. That was great.
So I'm good with him taking a little time off, coming back as heel.
I
So.
agree.
But just night 2 is just as it should be,
It's
banger
so
after
loaded.
banger. Because after that we get Logan Paul versus KO versus Orton, and we were talking about it a little bit beforehand.
Yeah.
This could be doing this protect Orton.
Protect Randy Orton. But I adore Randy Orton. I'm happy for Randy Orton is one of those great guys who, if he's heel, if he's face, he doesn't.
I love
even
he's a
matter.
reluctant face now.
Exactly.
Where like someone's like they love you and he's like no.
You know what? I love him too.
Yeah, he's a great guy, but I think if we were talking about this, I think the triple threat is to protect his back.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: I wanna not like Logan Paul, but the guy's good.
He's a
He's
great
good.
heel. I love that they turn because when he first came on, he tried to be like, "Hey guys,"
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "No, we know you from the internet, bro."
I'm impressed with him.
Remember that force that
I
Japan
don't want to
found.
like him, but I'm impressed with him.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Can go in the ring.
Yeah.
He won
He's
me
good.
over with those Ricochet matches.
No, great. So I no longer don't like the guy, but me, I'm Team Randy. I don't know how that's gonna play out.
I'm Team KO.
Yeah.
KO's my dude, and I want him to win. I don't know how that plays out story wise because it doesn't really make sense.
Because after this, it's gonna be KO Randy. It just feels like it's gonna be somehow. Because that whole Kumbaya.
Yeah. They're pretty cool by y'all.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. It can't go for long. So
Well,
something's gonna happen.
I heard Orton wants new music,
Does he really?
so I'm thinking Orton makes a heel turn.
he
New
has to.
music,
Something's gonna happen.
diabolical Orton again. I want to see
I agree with that. I don't think Randy said, I think he's still.
Evan really wants to see Logan go to the main event. He wants SummerSlam Logan versus Cody
Cleveland?
That could be good.
because that's Logan's hometown.
I wouldn't mind that.
SummerSlam?
I don't know if he's ready for that yet.
No.
Maybe next year.
Maybe.
SummerSlam, not WrestleMania.
Maybe. No.
I don't want him I don't want him headlining WrestleMania. Anymore.
No. I want not the biggest party of the summer.
No.
Yeah.
They got to do something big for him. In
Something.
Cleveland, he announced it. He's the poster boy.
You give him 20 minutes segment on the show, midway through the show, and have him
Give him a ladder match with the U.S. title.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
That's where he'll shine.
Yeah.
Ricochet, let Ricochet win it. After that, we get Io and Bailey. So
Bailey,
I mean,
come on. I'm so Team Bailey.
Yeah, I think
Io's amazing, though.
Oh, yeah.
this is just going to be a great match.
That's going to be a really good one.
I like Io.
What was it when she
What's
came
Io
off-
going to jump off of?
Yeah, what was that? Was that
The
Elimination
War
Chamber?
Games.
War Games. When she jumped off the thing.
She's kind of the queen of War Games at this point.
Yeah.
She's great. I like seeing her.
Women's one. She's been like everyone.
But I think it's just Bailey's time to take it.
I want
So
to see Bailey go hard. Because really, Bailey hasn't really had the crazy. She had a really
Is that
outstanding.
right?
Yeah, Reigns starting back
She
again.
had a crazy match since Brooklyn
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
all those years ago.
yeah.
Like I can see her doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
With,
especially if Damage Control tries to get involved.
Yeah.
You know, like, because that's the thing is like, if we do get some kind of swerve, some kind of heel turn,
it could happen in that match.
Jade, Bianca, Naomi might not be there to have Bailey's back if something's a swerve happened there. So we might have to see Bailey get to be badass. Just, I mean, wouldn't it be crazy if Charlotte came back and helped? I mean, I know it's too soon for the knee.
Yeah, Bailey. I feel like Bailey needs to beat her clean now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we just need to believe that.
Well, I think she's got to overcome Damage Control and still win clean. I think so.
At least she brings back the Bailey buddies, though.
Bailey
brings that back.
I loved that when she destroyed him again. I was like, yes.
Back, y'all.
Need a hug? It's 2024. We can't be doing that no more. Right? All right, we got to talk about it. The whole reason we're here. Capping it off. Does the story get finished? Roman versus Cody. We don't have to just call him Cody because he's got his last name back again. Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Does he get the belt? And does WrestleMania go off with that feel-good confetti and American Nightmare colors, the music playing, or is the bloodline standing tall?
As a Roman Reigns lover, I sadly say that Cody is going to finish his story. Okay. And especially the way that kind of references his mom and Mama Rhodes, and I was like, there's no way he doesn't win.
Yeah.
There's just no way he doesn't win.
Goodness gracious.
You thought the last year, too.
And I'm actually okay.
I do remember watching WrestleMania being like...
I was shocked. I was like, really? Because I had prepared my heart. I had prepared my heart for Roman to lose. I was like, really?
Well, see, I thought Roman was in the position that Seth's in now. I thought Roman was going to go away for a little bit, do some Hollywood stuff.
Yeah. And then I think that, too, if Roman does lose, there's no way he's going to be on TV for a good long while. Like,
he don't want to be on TV right now.
Right. So I'm like, he doesn't know he's going to do it. But
where do we go from there?
Because, I mean, we got to get Roman Rock at some point.
If Cody loses, they're going to lose all kind of credibility.
Yeah.
And then what do you do with him?
Yeah.
So there's no way he doesn't win. There's no way.
You can't keep cheering for a loser, though.
No.
Right.
He wins it again, and then we're back at WrestleMania next year.
Man.
Like,
I'm a Cody Crybaby, but this is too much.
I love that. He's a Cody Crybaby.
I'd be very interested to see what happens, because like I mentioned earlier, like Saturday night, that main event Saturday plays, that's going to be so important.
Yeah,
if it's going to be Bloodline rules, all right, this is going to be real 1998. It's going to be real 1998 in that bitch. It's going to be, and we could get like, you see the theory with had Austin and Cena on the truck when Cody's getting beat down last week. It's like, what if Cody calls the event?
And they showed I saw the internet Reddit, wrestling Reddit did its homework.
Yeah.
They showed what that truck normally looks like.
Oh.
And it is not those two guys.
Oh, wow.
So that was on purpose.
Interesting.
Shout out to Square Circle. Yeah. Let's see. I want Cody to win.
I want all of Roman's ghosts to come back and get him.
He needs to be haunted by that because at some point he can't be the monster heel anymore. And you gotta. And it looks like The Rock is the main heel. He's like he's the most despicable person. So you gotta give way to that. And without you gotta take a back seat. So maybe you can get that face turn going,
And Cody's good for business. He's a good look for the company.
Everyone loves him. He can do all the media.
At the right time.
He's our new Cena.
Yeah, and I will say this. Shout out to The Rock, because I was like so super pissed off with him. But man, the way he's kind of coming here and like, just enjoy this ride I'm taking you on. Yes, you are taking us on a ride. And He's
talked about on SportsCenter. It's talked
fantastic.
about. I was watching Good Morning America, and they talked about it.
They're gonna be a Fallon tomorrow night.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm excited for Pat McAfee show on Friday.
Yes, that's gonna be good.
From World.
Pat McAfee is so funny.
He's my favorite sports commentator
He's so
right now.
good.
That's great.
And when he gets
I want his career.
like he's so unapologetic in what he loves, and I love that about him.
He's always high. He's always eating edibles.
Right. It makes it great to have a fan on commentary makes it so much easier to be a fan.
I don't want him in the ring anymore.
Nah, and I think he doesn't want to be in the ring anymore. Because I loved when he was in the Royal Rumble, and it was Braun, and who was the other guy?
Omos.
Oh, yeah, and he was just like,
nah, I'm good.
I loved that.
Yeah.
Because I think Michael Cole was handpicking this dude to being like, I'm going to pass all of my knowledge on to this guy.
Oh, wow.
So when I finally do retire, I want him to be the guy.
And you know what?
He already said he doesn't want to do it for that much longer.
And shout out to Corey Graves on SmackDown. I think he does a fantastic job. Transition. And I read a thing I didn't know is that he's the one who gave Roman Reigns the name.
Tribal Chief?
I read that. No, Reigns.
Oh, Reigns. Oh, really?
When they were playing around, they were playing with a Roman Reigns, and then he said, let's do a play on words and do Roman Reigns. And so, if I read that correctly, he was responsible for helping the name Roman Reigns. But
That's awesome. Well, not a lot of people remember he's the original NXT Tag Team Champion.
Yeah. See, I didn't. But I think he does such a great job. So where you have Michael Cole, I think he does a very admirable job on Friday night. And so
my wife hates Wade Barrett. I love Bad News Barrett.
I like it.
I love that. I'm afraid I've got a bit of bad news. I love when they rose him on that scissor lift all the way. Oh my goodness, man. So I love the commentator teams they got now. I don't think Booker wants to do it much longer.
Yeah.
I think Booker's kind of feeling a need for him right now, but I think he wants to go back to his school and train the next generation. I don't think he wants to talk about the next generation.
Have you seen this Riley Weston show?
Is it good?
He is Vince McMahon on that show.
Is he? That's fantastic. And I think that's what he wants to do.
He's out there shooting up, wreaking havoc, bro.
Yes.
And Booker T,
and it's in Houston, right?
Yeah. Think like
I want to go see it.
Main Event Mafia Booker T.
Yes. I loved it. We talked about it before on this podcast. Main Event Mafia did not get the run, the flowers I felt like it deserved.
Well, sidetrack on that. It was Sting's fault. I'm gonna blame Sting for that.
All right. See, he's had his flowers. Now, now we can start blaming him for stuff.
I want you to know, I cried watching Sting's last match at Pro War before he came out. So, Sting, I love you.
That's my dude.
You should have gone full heel, Main Event Mafia, and would have. The story would have been better. It would have made more sense.
Yeah. Who knows where TNA would be now?
Or do the jobs, guys. So nobody, Main Event Mafia, Main Event Mafia gets the front line. Nobody was jobbing nobody, or whatever. Really,
they refused. They refused to lose.
Right? Yeah, you can't beat Scott every week. You can't beat Kevin Nash every week. You can't beat Booker T every week. So you gotta beat up. As Albert said, these geeks. You gotta beat up Eric Young. You gotta beat up
Good Brothers, nerds.
Nerds. But anyway,
all right. Parting words. Give me a bold WrestleMania prediction you hope happens.
I think, like I said, the LA Knight AJ Styles match is going to be the match of the weekend. I think that's the one that's going to surprise. I'm kind of signing on to what you said about the heel turn being Bianca.
I hope so, man.
That's going to be fun.
That's the one I'm pulling for. I don't.
So those are.
I think Jade's too new. I don't know. I don't think they can turn her yet.
I wonder though. Jade doesn't seem to be a good talker, and I think that was the book on her before, right? If she needed someone.
Yeah.
She wasn't. Yeah, she needed.
I mean, I was kind of hoping they were going to put her with Heyman, but
so that to me. But speaking of Heyman, where does he go when Roman loses? That's going to be interesting.
Jade Cargill. I would love that.
That would be great.
I don't see it happening, but
because
I love that Roman's inducting him into the Hall of Fame.
I can't wait to see that.
Well, Heyman, he always goes with power lies.
Yeah.
And then power lie Roman, a lot of people say The Rock or whoever.
I did love that he had the two phones, the Tribal Chief phone and the Final Boss phone.
Yes.
All right, Corey, what you got? What's your bold WrestleMania prediction?
Bold WrestleMania take. Shavy Man comes back and he blows out his other quad. No.
Blows them both out, walking to the ring.
No.
Just sitting in the ring, two blown out quads.
I feel like, I can't be a take. I want a Stone Cold appearance.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I hope Stone Cold comes back and help. Like, I hope Logan Paul, RK, all that's over.
Yeah.
Orton turns on KO. Stone Cold makes the save.
That'd be great.
Tie in from their match.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is really hard. It's really.
There's so many things that
can happen.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Okay, well, what's something you hope will happen?
Dang. I hope I have a good time. That's it. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, no, that's good. That's good.
Pressure
You're here for the ride.
I'm here for the ride. I'm here to be grumpy about it if I don't like it, and cool, and like at my TV on 7 o'clock on Monday. So
let me ask y'all this: is WrestleMania to be watched in a group like a Super Bowl party, or is it like a solo watch?
Okay,
it's a solo watch.
I like solo watch. I could do one night of each.
Yeah.
Since it's 2 nights, I could
to
do a party night.
Party, and I'm like, I don't know, because I want to be just locked
Well, the thing about WrestleMania is it goes so late.
Yeah, exactly.
I love watching it and then just like going to sleep.
Bed. Exactly.
Yeah, because typically when I do pay-per-views, I do them by myself.
Yeah.
Unless it's like
nothing like just getting a big pizza, just chilling.
Pick it out.
Yeah, man.
Pick it out. It's just like and to mark it out to everything on my own. You know?
Yeah.
And not having.
I love a good group discussion. Yeah. Maybe we can have a group discussion at WrestleMania. There we go.
I don't.
There we go.
Chiming in the room, I say something I don't like.
I want to be able to answer at my own speed.
And the other thing, because it's possible you could be in a room with casual fans, right?
Yeah.
And so you're like,
and they start talking during a big moment.
Right, I'm locked into this. Like, shut up.
Well, it's almost guaranteed casual fans at these things. You know, like they're here for the fun party. Like I went to a party.
Or Mania?
They were there for the fun. Like all of the food was wrestler named. Mm-hmm. So someone was there for the fun food. I'm like, get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of here now. You go in the back room, watch some on TV, please.
My bold prediction is Andrade costs Ray and Dragon Lee.
I can see that
match. Because Andrade in there, he doesn't have a match. They got to show him somehow. And I hope this starts some kind of faction.
At some point, you do have to get him. You got to get him on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I
think Judgment Day is going to go SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to have the titles, so they're not going to be able to wander. And Rhea's going to be tied to SmackDown because she's technically the SmackDown
if Cody
champion.
wins, I'm thinking if Cody wins, Raw's going to have a big hole because he's got to go to SmackDown.
Well, that's why I think Drew. You build everything around Drew.
Yeah.
Let him shine like he meant to do when no one was in the stadiums.
Well, Drew and Gunther, because those would be your two big guys on Raw, right?
Yeah, they got to have some good challengers.
And then who your babyface going to be? If Seth goes away, and maybe so.
This is some problems to have here because you got to think they're going to do a draft.
Yeah,
sometime after WrestleMania,
so
like shortly after
WrestleMania.
We also got to see who the next Money in the Bank person is going to be. That's right around the corner.
Yeah, that's.
Do you think the cash-in happens at WrestleMania?
I think they got too much going on.
Yeah.
I think they save it for the Monday after, or the SmackDown after.
You know,
and it's a failed cash-in.
That would.
I don't see Damon.
Y'all say it goes to July, right?
So say Cody and Drew are your champions coming out of this. Mm-hmm. Who do you take that belt off for Senior Money in the Bank?
I just want it over. Like I don't want Damian Priest to win. Like
you know what?
They kind of painted themselves in a corner here.
I think it also makes sense. I think it also because of Money in the Bank. I think it's no longer necessary.
I agree. I wish they'd do away with it.
You know, I think after the Austin Theory year. You know what I mean? You're at really.
That was bad.
That was bad. That was like
bad.
The worst money in the bank.
Yeah.
He didn't even challenge the real champion and it still failed.
Yeah.
So probably still like.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here with this?
One of my favorite. No, go ahead. You said so. Finish your thought.
I know I'm done.
One of my favorite lines ever spoken on any wrestling show ever is. Right after they had kind of kicked Vince McMahon to the curb for the first time, and Austin Theory
That's
comes out.
That's sad that it's the first time.
The first time, right? And Austin Theory comes out, and Roman goes,
"Daddy's not." Yeah, your daddy's not here no more.
That was the best.
I love that. I marked out for that one. I was like, "Oh,
Daddy's not here anymore." I love that. Yeah. This is gonna be a fun. Like I said, I can't remember the last time I was as excited.
I'm with you, man. It's fun to think of the fun, bold predictions, but I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah.
Triple H, show me what you got. Yeah. I'm here for it. I'm not ready to jump on social media and be like, should have gone this way. I just want to see what happens.
Yeah, this is your first one without the old man to handle on and at all.
This is all you.
Do you think that they give him the credit he deserves?
I think if this pops off, they will. I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like he does a fantastic
I feel like
job.
I've read somewhere where Rock, before he got named to the board, said he endorsed how good of a job Triple H was doing.
That's great.
So hopefully, especially with The Rock coming in, he's being like, this guy's killing it. Right?
With The Rock coming in,
with Triple H,
it's really best of business.
Well, I think with Triple H raising it to what it is, Rock wouldn't have wanted to be involved in the first place.
Yeah.
Unless it's the most popular, because Rock jumped on board when it was already becoming as popular as it is now. Rock helped it, obviously,
Tip, man.
but it was on the rise. Not as fast, but it was still on the rise.
It's an exciting time right now. I mean, like, it almost feels like you don't get ridiculed to be like a wrestling fan. At one time, it was like, you know, people like, you
it's the
watch
perfect.
wrestling?
Well, it's also the perfect time where I've gotten an age where I don't care.
Exactly right.
Pick on me if you want to.
Right.
I'm gonna like what I like, and B, it is acceptable to be a wrestling fan. So it is nice to walk around, but I like wrestling, and people are like, "What?" I'm like, "I don't care.
I don't care what you think." Listen, I'm a Yankee fan, so people hate Yankees all the time, so I don't care what people think about that.
Cool. Niches are cool.
Yeah, you can't go through life not liking stuff. You know, just as long as you're not hurting nobody, like what you like.
Exactly.
Well, where can they find you guys on the internets?
Well, you can find me on X at Corey Perry, CORUYPERY, and Instagram _.
Are they gonna get some WrestleMania takes if they follow you?
You find me on Instagram _ Corey Perry.
There you go.
And then you what you occasionally will get is a random wrestling meme, or like 30 seconds of a Stone Cold promo.
There you go.
Talking shit to the Undertaker. Like the one I sent you. When I sent you, that's what I'm like. I listened to it the other day. It was good.
See, he's worth a follow. Give him a follow.
Yeah. And for me, you can find me in all the things, as they say.
All the things.
Tara Brown, TARA, Brown like the color, comedy.
There you
Let's
go.
just have some fun. Let's chat.
Yeah.
Chat it up and have some fun.
Chat it up. Hit that subscribe button. Check out all the great things Project Nerd is bringing to you. And most importantly, sit back, get you that big old pizza, get you some beverages of your choice, and just enjoy WrestleMania. We'll see you to talk recaps and all things aftermath next week.